Okay, let's discuss about the Laravel controller. Okay, discuss. We're going to discuss about Laravel controller. I think it is loading. At first, water controller, creating a controller, resourceful controller, basic controller example, define a router for controller example, resourceful controller, middleware in controller, dependency example. Now, in Laravel controller are essential part in the module view controller architecture. They act intermediary between the application logic and the user interface. Controller handle incoming HTTP request, process data, and return response. What are controller? Controller are the group-related request handling logic in single class. Instead of defining all logic in route closure, you can organize it into a controller method for better maintainability and scalability. Now, namespace if HTTP controller use eliminate HTTP request class resource user controller extend public function index return list of the user public function show return user ID also creating a controller PHP artisan make controller user controller also as if HTTP controller user controller.php PHP artisan make controller user controller resources. The basic controller example namespace HTTP controller class post controller extend public function return view public function show return view post show ID. Now define root for controller use app HTTP now root get user ID user controller show also now route get user index also resourceful controller resource photos photo controller class URL photos create post photo in photo now here action index create store show edit update destroy now here also route name photos index photos create photos store photos show photos edit photos update photos destroy PHP artisan route list middleware in controller you can apply the middleware directly to the controller method function construct this middleware authentication apply middleware public function construct yes $this middleware auth only create store now this middleware guest except index show also now dependency injection Laravel support the dependency injection in controller method. For example, you can inject the request object or the elegant model. Use illuminate HTTP request public function is to request name request input name return name now model routing. Now use app model user public function show user return user now returning response view JSON redirect public function inject return view public function return response public function redirect return redirect. Now invoke controller for single action controller you can use invoke method PHP artisan make controller show profile namespace app http class show profile extend public function return route get profile id show profile class organizing controller as your application grow you may want to organize the controller into subdirectory. For example, place API related controller in API folder, app HTTP controller, API user controller, admin dashboard controller, namespace app HTTP controller, API class user controller, extend controller, controller logic define route get API user app HTTP controller, API user controller class index. Now common issue class not found error in incorrect method name double check method name in route also middleware not applied. Okay, and conclusion cornerstone are the controller are the cornerstone of Laravel application helping you to organize request handling logic reusable and maintainable class by leveraging the resourceful controller middleware and dependency injection you can build a robust and scalable application. Okay, here are all of this.